Hi, Debbie. Hello, everyone. All right, I'm live. So this is not a tutorial today. This is I'm just sitting outside in my gazebo, chilling like a villain, enjoying. We're on vacation, so me and Meow Mix are on vacation. Meow Mix. Whoops. Meow Mix. Me and Jeff are on vacation. Don't ask me where that came from, because he meows like a cat all the time. So I was just like, meow. Okay, so I'm working on this gingham pattern. And of course, this is not my pattern. This is from a lady called Stitch Yarnery, or the Yarnery Stitch, something like that. The Stitch Yarnery? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I made mine with 10 different colors. She made hers with 3, and she made it smaller. So I am going to show you guys how to make this. But I'm waiting for my new yarn to get in here, and it's supposed to come today. It says it's out for delivery. So for this gingham blanket, you do need to go online and download the 1 centimeter graph paper, because you need a graph. Now I'm using number 4. Hi, Kristen. I'm using number 4 worsted weight yarn. So this yarn here I'm using is called, and it's anti-pilling yarn. So this here is a 4DK. So it's acrylic. It's soft. It is a very soft yarn. I love it. However, I had only 2 balls of each color. Her Afghan calls, like, this here is a multitude of 10 colors, and each groups of 3 have 2 colors. Hi, Joyce. How are you? So her Afghan is made with just strictly 3 colors. So she used a pink and a lime green. It was really, really pretty. And if I can remember, I'm going to link her video channel below with this gingham. So if you want to learn how to do it, she shows you step by step by step. So it's so easy to follow. She's so easy to follow. She's actually a Canadian. She was born in Canada. She moved to Africa 20 years ago. And but she is Canadian. She was born in Vancouver. Actually, she was born in Saskatoon, I think she said. Saskatchewan, somewhere anyway. And yeah, she was born in Canada, and she moved to Kenya. To Kenya. Hi, Shatika. She moved to Kenya. She's beautiful lady. Oh my God, she's got a lot of sweet tutorials for crocheting, lots of step by step, and she does show you how to make this. Now she uses a size 9 millimeter. I don't know what it is. This is an L11, and mine's an 8 millimeter. And the reason I chose an 8 millimeter is because some of this yarn just seems like it's so thick that it's really big. But I think that's the way it was supposed to be. I thought maybe I was just crocheting too loose, but now that I'm using a smaller hook, and you do use 2 strands of yarn. So for this particular panel, this one here that I'm working on, this white one, you could see I've got 2 strands of yarn, and that's how this whole thing is made. How long do you think this has taken me to do so far? Huh? No, not even a week I started this. Remember when I printed this off? That's when I started it. Anyways, hers is 13, no, it's 9 blocks across, 13 rows. Mine is 11 blocks across and 15 rows. So I'm on row 14, which means I've got 1 more row of my pattern to do. And the pattern is, she shows you really easily how to make your pattern. So I'm on this row here. I'm on my final 2 rows. And then I get to do this beautiful border that goes around. And it's actually a dimensional border. So it's super, super cute. I love it. So anyway, today I'm not teaching you how to do this. Like I said, if you want to learn, I'm going to link her channel below. I'm going to link this Gingham pattern in the description box. So you guys can just go and learn it from her. And then when my yarn comes in, I only ordered 3 colors. So I'm going to make 2 more for I'm going to finish this one for my craft fair. I've got 2 more I'm going to make of this, but only in her size. So I'm going to do it like you need 19 balls of yarn to make this. And you need it because you're using double yarn, and it goes up pretty quick, and you do use a big ass hook. I'm only using an 8. I tried a 9 and I just thought the 9 I was crocheting too loose, but you know what? You're supposed to. And a size up in your hook is definitely going to make your blocks bigger. So these blocks are all crocheted on here as you go. Each block is attached. You're crocheting off your previous row. Yeah, so it's super fun. It goes up so fast. It's super pretty. Like, I don't know how to explain. If you look at the thumbnail that I posted of this, where Tessa's sitting on it, I didn't want the dogs to go on it, so I took it off of where I was sitting to go outside for a smoke. I flopped it over top of the lounge chair, and Tess went up and jumped up and sat up on it. She never sits on that lounge chair, but she decided to sit on the lazy boy the minute I put this Afghan on it. She had her little bum parked on it. And I thought, oh my God, I have to snap a picture of that because it looks like a Kodak moment, you know. But yeah, she really likes, my dogs like sitting on this. It's very thick. Oh my God, this is going to be really nice for somebody that likes to be nice and warm, because even the white yarn that I'm using, it's not the same yarn as this. This is Karen's Simply Soft yarn. And I've already gone through 4 balls of this. I'm almost finished 6 balls. So I've gone through 4 balls of these, and these are 6-ounce balls. So, and this is again a 4 medium. So there is a slight difference between a 4 medium and a 4 DK. Slight difference. The 4 DK, I think, is just a much smaller yarn. This one is not an anti-pilling yarn. So you may get the anti-pilling in with the white, but you won't get it in with the colored stuff. But I'm using 2 balls of that at a time. And I had, I know I ordered more from Mary Maxim because they're the cheapest place to order yarn from, to be honest with you. Like, okay, and where I got this yarn from, this is from Snuggle Beans. She's really cheap because I'll tell you what, you got 10 colors of yarn for $26 Canadian. So I don't know how much it was US. But that's pretty cheap for 10 balls of this. And this is 100-gram balls, and it's anti-pilling. So it's a 4 DK. It says right on it. And it doesn't say where this yarn was made, does it? It's sheepgees.com. I don't know if anybody's heard of this, but it doesn't even tell you where this yarn was made. That's weird. Almost all yarn tells you where it's made. Yarn Inspirations. So this is a Yarn Inspirations yarn. This one was made in Washington, North Carolina. Is there a Washington, North Carolina?
I'm sure there is. There's Washington. Cities named Washington all over.
Oh, yeah, most of your yarn will tell you where it came from. Like the yarn I'm using for the mosaic tiles. I'm working on that. I did a few more squares. I got 3 rows joined already. And yeah. So anyway, what have you guys been up to? I've been up to getting my solarium all set up and ready for us to sit in there in the winter time. We're considering to putting a wood stove in our solarium so we could sit out there in the winter and just enjoy the outdoors somehow. Figure it out. And what I really like about this pattern is each one of these little sections, one goes this way and one goes this way. Every single row is like that. One's this way, this way, this way, and this way. And it's so easy. Gosh, this is so easy to do. So easy to make. Honestly, it really is. So I feel like I'm going to get out of frame here, and I don't want to do that. So, nope. Let's go up this way. There we go. What did Debbie say? I'm working on my bathroom mirror and painting accessories. Ah, fun. Yeah, so what else is new? Our gardens are just about finished here. This morning I woke up and it was like 6 degrees out. I could see my breath outside. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is it this freaking cold already? One thing you're going to learn about this is you got to turn it a lot because you're working from front and back constantly. You're working on like a staircase, like it's a stair. So it's, oops, I didn't chain one. All right. But it's really, really easy to make this, and it does make up quicker. And mine would probably have gone quicker had I used a bigger hook like she did with the same size yarn. I mean, this is the same size yarn she used. She used a number 4 medium weight or a number 4 DK. I can't remember. But yeah. It's been pretty hectic around here getting our solarium fixed up. The hot tub is officially gone now. My daughter has it at her house, and her husband came and fixed all the floor, put an all new floor in. Now we got to install a wood stove because we want to sit out there in the winter. I'm going to put a Christmas tree out there. I'm just going to chill out there. But using electric heaters is probably just not in our in our budget, because that's going to up my electricity bill a lot, because we plan on sitting in there a lot. We don't want to have an outrageous hydro bill. But yeah, I'm already prepping. I already got all the shears for all the windows. We're going to put not really thick vinyl all around the screened area, and that will help to close it in. And we need to get some heating in there, but we need to find something that's energy efficient. Now, I've looked up so many things online, and my last resort is a little potbelly wood stove that we could heat with, and it's just a small area. It's not a huge room. I mean, it'll fit a couple of couches and stuff in it. It's fair size. It's just not huge. So we're working on that, and we want to get that done before the snow flies and before it gets really cold, so nobody has to work on it on the outside. Because to install a chimney pipe, we're going to install it from the actual on the wall. We're going to put the pipe going out the wall and up over the roof instead of going through the roof of our solarium, because that's just going to damage our roof. And if we ever want to take that out, we can't, because we've got a big ass hole in the roof, and we don't want that. So yeah. That's our goal for the next week. We're going to be working on that. So, yeah. Now, I always flip my work over, and I always weave in all my ends. I don't save these, you know me. And when I watch other people make Afghans and all their ends, oh my God, all their ends are left to weave in at the end. I'm like, you have fun with that. Have fun sitting on your couch and weaving in ends for 4 hours, 5 hours. Some of them are just like, especially when you do a lot of color changing like this, you don't want to leave this for the end, because for each block you're weaving in 2 ends. And I like to go back and forth and split my yarn with the needle and really poke it through there. And that way that will never ever come out. And you cannot see that. You can't see it at all. And then I weave in my starting tail as well. And I just go right here, right back. It's just so easy and quick to do and get it over with, than opposed to doing this all at the end. That way, when I'm done, I'm flipping done. Now the border, I'm still not sure. I know I'm going to be using the white for the starter part of the border. How she does her border, it's poofy. It's a poofy border. It's really pretty that goes around this. I'm just not sure what color I'm going to use. If I'm going to use two strands of one color, or if I'm going to use 2 strands of a different color each. I'm really not sure how I'm going to do it just yet. So this row I'm on is going to be it's going to all be the same. It starts with a pink and white, a white, a green and white, a white, pink and white, a white, green and white and white. That's the formation of this. This is how this is going to go. And I just keep my yarn right here beside me and pull out my 2 strands. I love this pink color. I do have 2 pinks in this, but this other pink is not the same color pink. You can see they're totally different color pinks. See, there's that pink and there's that pink. 2 different colors. So it's very different. These are the colors that came in the 10 pack. So I leave a really long tail. What a waste of yarn, I know. But hey. So I like to pull out a bit of mine. It's enough to probably do a square, maybe not quite as much. I start off like this, and then I just throw the yarn back, going back, so it's piled on top and not bunched up like this. So just kind of throwing it back on top, ready to start my next square. You always start in your corner, of course, and you got to chain 3. And then I kind of tuck my tails behind, and then you're working this way for this block. And then you're slip stitching and pulling that slip stitch tight. So easy. And there you go. That's the start of your square. Hey, Martha. It's really a really pretty quilt. Really pretty. And I know my phone snagged it somewhere, but I can't find where the hell I snagged it. But I sat my phone on top of it, and the little zipper on the phone snagged a piece of my yarn somewhere on this when I was bringing it outside. And for the life of me, I can't find where I snagged this little bitch. What are you doing with your bathroom mirror, Debbie? Anyway. You said you're working on your bathroom mirror. Are you cleaning it or something? Maybe painting it? Now we got to turn it. It's a lot of turning. Painting it to match. Oh, you redid your bathroom like Martha did. Nice. Martha, I don't think, has showed any pictures of her redone bathroom. Have you, Martha? So when you're building these little sections, they're little block sections, you're building them in a staircase. It's kind of cool. The pattern is super easy. Like I have it memorized. It's that easy. And you know, the older you get, the less better your memory is. Oops. Because it's not done yet. What do you mean? I thought you thought it was done. You just had the trim to put up. At least that's what I think you told me. Do you want to come and hang out or are you busy? Oops. And you got to watch because a lot of times I have crocheted this and found that I only grabbed one strand of thread. So the other strand is poofed out on the other side. So I had to go in and weave over top of that to tuck that in because it looked stupid. I'm still going to go through this to make sure I don't have any pieces. Hang on. Any pieces of yarn because it's easy to miss one especially if you're going fast. Oh, good. Cassie said, Scott, of course he'll help you install the wood stove. That's awesome. All right, there you go, Miss Martha. I sent it to you. Yeah, we want to get a wood stove installed, and we're not really that much of building contractors. And my son-in-law is very good at what he does. He built his house, and we asked him if he would give us a hand to install the wood stove in our solarium. And my daughter said, of course he would help. I was looking at some YouTube videos. I mean, it's pretty straightforward how to add how you would add, hi Martha, how you would put a wood stove in. And it's pretty easy. It's not rocket science for sure. I mean, there's a lot of safety precautions you have to take so that you don't cause a fire. So we've been looking up all of that and trying to look at what's that stuff called, veneer sheeting. I think it's called veneer sheeting. What is it called? It goes behind your fire stove, your wood stove, to prevent the walls from heating, and catching on fire. That kinds of things.
That's kind of like a cement.
Yeah, it's a
board.
full brick. Yeah, it looks like fake brick. And that is the cheaper option as opposed to putting a brick wall up. You know, you could use brick wall, you can use concrete walls. You do need a hearth mat, and a hearth mat is what you put in front of the fire door. You know how sometimes fire falls. Hi, Donna. Mine is going to my gingham blanket is 11 blocks across and 15 rows. Her pattern is for 9 across, 13 rows. So mine's much bigger, but again, I used a smaller hook. So maybe doing her size hook might make it bigger for sure.
So what are you doing? Framing it right now?
Framing what?
I mean, you putting on an edge?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing a border. No, this ain't the border yet. I still have one more row to do after this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, last night I after I was on with you, I put it down and then I picked up my mosaic tiles and I was working on those for a little bit. I wanted to get the third row finished and I've got the fourth row, a few blocks made for the fourth row to sew it together. I mean, it's turning out so beautiful. That one is going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous Afghan. This one here, I am just blown away at how beautiful this really looks. I really don't know what the finished size will be, so I can't tell you that. I have no clue. I just love it with the 10 colors. I really, really love it with 10 different colors. It's all the yarn I had to work with were brand new. These were brand new skeins of yarn, but it's all the yarn I had to work with. So I just made do with this and I tried to figure out how whoops how I could do her pattern with 10 different colors. So I went and got 10 different color markers and you could see not I never even used the color that I just grabbed two colors. I wanted to kind of grab a dark and a light so because you do have to crochet the two colors together like this. See, I wanted them to be seeable, so I didn't want to put a red with a dark pink because you wouldn't have saw them. It would have clashed. You wouldn't contrast. So I wanted to contrast it. So that's what I had to do. So I just grabbed a dark and a light color and away I went. Like when I was doing the red and the green, and because this pack comes with two different color greens, like even the red and the green is very pretty. I love the yellow. The yellow and the white is absolutely gorgeous. It's hard to
Any
see
color in
because,
white looks good together.
yeah. So, yeah, and there's this. This is a teal. This is actually a teal green and it looks blue in my camera. It is
I
actually
was gonna
teal,
say it's pretty color.
but it's teal green too. It's like a sea glass green.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the green that's in here. You can see it in here, but with the white, it looks blue. But it's actually both the same color that's in this here. So yeah, these are all my colors. The yellow and the green and the red. I love the red and white. It's just so pretty. But I mean 10 colors just and the orange with the darker teal. That looks like dark blue, but it's actually dark teal.
So is this
Not
supposed to be like for a double bed or a queen bed?
well, I really don't know, Martha. The only way I'm going to tell is when I'm done, I'm going to put it on my queen size bed and get a reference from that because I
Right.
have no clue how big this is going to turn out. It is pretty big, believe me, because I'm covered up with it. I have to lay it out and cover it up, or it just bulks up way too much in front here. Like I bulk as much as I can, and I don't want it touching the floor because I'm outside. And
Right.
I know I just washed the floor in here the 2 days ago, but I still don't want my blanket touching it. So, but it's such a fun, easy pattern. I just love it. It's so easy. Like seriously, I don't know who thinks up these damn patterns, but wow, brains. See how easy it is to accidentally almost grab one color, and I've done it, and I never caught it. Usually I catch it. My hook will just grab one of the strands of color. You got to be careful of that. I'm not always paying mind to it. So I've each one of these consists of 4 sections, 4 up and 4 across. So you can see here, I've got my 1, 2, I got my 4 sections here, 1, 2, 3, and I got my 4 sections done. So now I'm going to attach it, and that's how you stay attached. And that's it. And then you're going to flip it around, and now we're going to work back up the stairs. We're going to just work up.
So you work diagonally.
Yes, in an essence, yeah, you are working diagonally, but you're flipping your work back and forth. So when I get to the top up here, because now I'm going to slip stitch all through 4 stitches. I'm going to do these 3 stitches, and then I'm going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space. And then I'm going to, yeah, and then I'm going to flip it around, and then I got a slip stitch because now I'm decreasing. Right here, you're increasing. When you get to this row, to the top of this row, you're going to start decreasing. She shows you exactly step by step how to do that. It's just so easy. Like it locks in your brain very quickly. So you just slip stitch because you don't want to add any more. See, look at how yucky that looks. I got to tighten this stitch up. You don't want to add any more now, so you have to just slip stitch up this to get into this chain 3 space, because you only want to go 4 across, and it makes it nice and perfectly straight when you do. See, like now there's my corner for the white. This is next going to be solid white. And if you follow her pattern in colorways, it's going to turn out perfect. It really does. So now I'm just going to work my way to the top of all of these. And it's a lot of slip stitching, chain 3, 3 double crochet. That's all it is. Slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochet. And you'll know right away when you screw up. You can see it. Because I've done it. I've added an extra block and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Or what I would do is I would do my chain 3 and forget to do the 3 double crochet, and then I just go right up to the next one and attach it. And it's like, no, you got to go rip that all out. And I don't find it out until I get a couple of these done, and then I realize, oh shit, I didn't put the 3 double crochets. I just have a chain 3 space. So rip it out, and it's easy fix.
Crocheting, you can
It's
screw
so
up.
forgiving. You can't screw this up. No. So see, now I've done my last, and it's really, really neat. Oh, sorry guys, hang on. It's my son. He'll keep me on the phone forever. I can't do that right now. I'm at the end now. So what you do is you just attach it. You do 1 chain, because you're going to flip it now, and then she wants you to work this way, because now I'm going back up. But for me to see, I'm way down here and I need to be up here, so you have to slip stitch to get to that. It's so easy, this pattern. And you know that if you don't do 4 slip stitches, then you've done something wrong, because every side that you go down up, that you crawl up, you have to do 4 slip stitches to get into that chain 3 space. So I've got to do 2 more here, then 1 more. So I have 3 little sections left to do, and this block is done really fast. They go together fast if you don't have people bothering you all day, like your dogs. Yeah. Well, it's not people that bothers me all day. Tessa and Tiana like to just come sit up here and plunk right down on top of this. And
like they did last night.
Yes, like they did to me last night. And what Tiana does is she lays up here and puts her head here with her arm over top of my arm. It's like, Tiana, I can't crochet with you on my arm. So she's moving her body, the whole top part. See, look, you can see where I missed the pink. So just pull it off and redo it. Yeah, so her head is bopping around with my arms to move, because I'm still crocheting with her head on my arms. So now I just have one more right here in the corner here to do. So that's easy. Just
You missed
flip
a
it
pink.
around. Yes, I did. Holy cow, you even saw that.
I seen
See
it.
how easy it is? You got to do that chain one. And if you do a chain one, it keeps your yarn at the back too. It's easy to put your yarn at the back. And now I just have one block left, and that consists of chain three, 3 double crochet, and join. That's it. And you could make these double crochets as
Easy enough.
sloppy. Yeah, you can make them as sloppy as you want because it ain't noticeable. So now we just join in the chain three space. We do one single crochet or one chain, and then we get to cut it. And that color is done already. That's how fast it goes. And then you just flip it over and weave in your ends. Can you imagine how many ends I would have to weave in if I didn't do this as I went along?
Oh God.
Right? Oh,
Right.
God is right. That's why you need to be very train yourself to get these done. As much as boring as it is, once it's done, it's done.
Hi, Jen. Good afternoon.
I don't see Jen. There she is. Hi, Jen. And I go back and forth 3, 4 times. So that will never pull out. If you go back and forth, it'll never pull out. No matter how many times you wash this.
Kind of like weaving on your beading.
Yes, very much so. But you're splitting a lot of your yarn. You want to split it. That's the whole. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see where you split your yarns, but it just makes it a lot less likely to rip out. And I do it till I feel it's really tight in there, and then I stop. Like this last pass is going to be tight. And that's when I'm going to stop. Not that hard to
Is
do.
that the corner to corner pattern?
No. Nope. No, it's not a corner to corner pattern. It's block by block pattern. So see, that one is done. And each one, like I said, one of your 3 double crochets are facing this way. Your 3 are facing this way. Up, across, across, up, across, up. It's just the way she's done this pattern. I don't know, maybe you could see it. No, you can't see it in the white. You can see it in the pink much better. You can see that these 3 double crochets are up. These 3 are going this way. Up, this way. Up, this way. Up, this way. That's
They're all
how this
opposite.
whole, yeah, they're all opposite. And that's what gives it that, it's like bumpy. It's hard to, hey Barb, how are you? It's, I don't know, it's
Hi,
textured
Barb.
maybe. It's poofy. It's very poofy, and this is very soft yarn. And I mean soft.
So what's your
So
next
now
color?
my next color, according to my pattern, if you count,
Is
we
blue.
did pink and white. Yeah, we did pink and white, white. We did green and white, white. We did pink and white. Now it's white. So it's 2 strands of white yarn. So I got to pull it out from my pink. And I just set my yarn aside over here. And I'll pull up the second strand. It's sitting right here in my bag.
Hi, Britt.
Hello, Britt. And then you're going to join it with, now this white seems a little bit thicker yarn than the snuffle bean stuff there, the sheep geese. So again, I'm going to pull out enough yarn, and then I'm just going to drop it that way. So I'm working from it. So it's on top. And you're
Chain
going to
3.
go, yep, and you're going to join to your below row. You're not going to join to the side yet. You've got to work this way first. So you have to join between your blocks. And she tells you to try and go into the stitch. So I just push the stitch with my fingernail and I push it in. Even if I don't see a hole, I make a hole. She said if you join it in the stitch between somehow, like that one, you could see the hole there. Some of them, it's just really hard because you've gone over with a slip stitch over top of it. So it's hard to, you just got to kind of push that top row out of the way and you
Bye,
can
Donna.
join it.
She's gone off to study.
Oh, bye, Donna. Oh, I never heard of that or saw it. Jen, I'm going to have to check that out. This is not corner to corner though, because you're doing one row at a time and it's not a corner. See, you could see it's got like double up here. So I just kind of take my fingernail, push that top one, and I make that hole and I just shove my needle in there or my crochet hook in there. And you could see I'm in the stitch because I got something underneath and something on top. So it's not in the hole. It joins nicer if you go in the stitch. And this one here, the hole is already right there for me and I just go in it. See? It's right there. Easy peasy. But you're turning it back and forth. And you'll be able to tell because as you build this, you're going to know you have to turn it around. Di. Hi, Di.
Oh, morning, Dada.
She should still be sleeping, shouldn't she? It's rather early for her.
Yeah, it's early.
Probably one of those
4
nights
a.m.
she
there.
can't sleep. One of those nights she can't sleep. I'm super excited because my new yarns are coming for the next 2 that I'm making, but I'm making them smaller.
How many skeins for this one?
This one, I honestly can't say how many skeins I used. Hers requires 19 skeins of 100-gram balls. So that's 1900 grams of wool yarn. This one here, I've already gone through 4. I'm almost gone through 6 skeins of white already because the white is the one you're going to use the most because you're
Right.
mixing the white in with every other color. You're mixing it with all the other colors. I'm going to have to shut my phone off. Yes, and plus the border is white, and then the last row is a color of whatever you want to use that's in your blanket. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking I might go with the pink, 2 colors, 2 solid, two solid colors. I'm really liking this pink,
I like
but
the pink.
yeah, but I'm finishing with this color. This is this one's more of a corally pink. This one is more of a coral pink. It's very pretty too.
Ooh, that
So
one's pretty, yeah.
yeah, they're both really pretty pinks.
Dada's foot won't let her sleep.
Oh, I would kick it against the wall, Di. See, I had to pull that apart, but because I want to go between, I'll just push my hook in there and it's done. So it's basically chain 3, join, turn, chain 3, join. So what I'm doing right now, when you get to the end here where you've done this and you've attached it to here, you need a foundation row. So you have to chain 3 and attach it, and then you're going to build off of that now. You're going to turn it around. But first you have to chain 3 before you turn it. And then you're just going to turn it around and you're going to go back up this way. It's so easy, honestly. But okay, that's how you join these. But when you originally build it, you got to chain 6 and then you build 3 double crochets off that chain 6. She shows you how to do all of that and when you have to do that. So when I start a new row, I have to build off of a chain 6 foundation because I have no sidewall to build off of, so I have to make one. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I'll show you. I'll show you on the first beginning of this row. It'll be easier to explain it, how you have to start a row. The very first block that you start in your row. See, now I need to attach this. And you could see, if you count, 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 sections. I have enough room here to do the 4th. So you chain 3. And now you
Is there
join it
a
up
link or
here.
info for the pattern? That's a
Yes,
gorgeous
I gotta
pattern.
get it. Okay, hang on, let me get it. I will post it. Okay, so what I was saying over here, when you're building off of this first block, you need to build off a chain 6 foundation, and same with here. You have to start with a chain 6, make your first thing, then you got to flip your work up and attach it. She shows you it so easily. Like, honestly, let me go find it. Let me grab a smoke and we'll go find that pattern for you guys.
Can you imagine this done with neon colors and black? Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Imagine what that would look like.
It would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, and it's all done with such a big, like I said, I'm using an 8. She uses a 9. It's even bigger. So, and she uses the same size yarn as me, the 4, the size 4 worsted weight, or DK, whatever you want. This one's a 4 medium, and this one is a 4 DK. Slight small difference, but not by much.
Are you doing 3 double crochets in the chain 6?
Yes, and she shows you that. So I'm going to go find her. I'm going to go find the Gingham Pattern because that's what hers is done in pink and the lime green. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. She calls it easy plat, and she does it right-handed and left-handed. So if you're left-handed and you need instructions in left hand, she does it for you. So here is the link to this video of her teaching you how to do it steppy by steppy. Hers is very pretty. It's pink and it's green. It's fucking stunning. She tells you how much yarn to use if you order. I love the border, Martha. Make sure you look at her border.
Okay, I'll go look.
Look at her colors. You'll see how beautiful they are. They're pink and green. They're just stunning.
Ooh,
she shows you it.
The border is cute.
Isn't that pretty? Yeah, and she shows you how to do the border at the end. I mean, I had to keep, okay, I'm not going to lie. I had to keep stopping and pausing the video because I was a bit intimidated. It is just to get started. It's a bit intimidating. But if you follow it and you just keep repeating it, it's like, what the hell? This is so easy. It's so easy. That's the corner to corner. Okay, well, see, that shows you how much I know, Jen.
I was going to say, I think I've seen a corner to corner, and that's what you're doing. You're working from a corner to a corner.
No, I'm not. You're not really working corner to corner. You're only making a block corner to corner. But you're not.
Well, yeah, it's still a block.
You're not starting in a corner and going up like you would in a normal corner to corner crocheting. To me,
Okay,
it's a
then
little bit different than
yeah, the
I've
next
done.
there's a corner to corner baby blanket. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you start in a corner and you just work entirely right up the whole thing from corner to corner. This is row by row, but it is
Oh, my God.
gorgeous, guys. I highly recommend if you want to just do something you don't have the greatest eyesight, do a big ass one like this with a big ass hook, and you'll have a big ass blanket.
Where in the heck am I? Oh.
Jeff, can you put these fans on now? It's pretty. Why did I get cards?
Huh?
Why did I get a card?
You get a card what?
A postal card.
I don't know.
What's that for?
Something you owe 1922 on?
Oh, shit. Oh, bummer.
But good news.
Wow, it came.
And I don't know what this is. Zinc alloy jump rings.
Oh, that's for. Oh. Did my parcels come?
I didn't see them.
Oh, he delivers. Where's that check?
It's in your hands. I give you everything.
No, it's not. Oh. Let's have a look at this.
I was just checking my email to see when my new nail polish was getting delivered. 3 new bottles coming in.
Yay, they finally sent it. Okay.
Jen says I've been crocheting over 20 years and the C2C is my fave and I've made so many. I love the gingham.
What is this? Oh, get lost. Junk mail. Get out of my face. This is all garbage.
Even that one for Reliance?
Yeah. What is
I made a
this?
really pretty beaded ring last night. And I made it just like 2 rows too
What is
big, but
this?
I like them kind of loose. That way my finger don't swell up. It's so pretty.
Oh, these people at AliExpress are starting to piss me off. They just rip you the fuck off constantly. I'm so sick of it.
Who?
Sick of AliExpress.
Why? What
They're
are they
ripping
doing?
me off constantly.
Your order's not getting in.
They're coming in, but they're not. They're shorting me on everything in there now.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm pissed.
What was supposed to come in that didn't?
200 jump rings, and I got only 100.
Jump rings? What are you going to do with jump rings?
I'm going to show you. I can't show you right now because I don't have all the stuff in.
Are you going to do chainmail?
No. I did only order one package. Are you stupid, Ruby?
I'm waiting for the answer to that question.
I think I'll just order them from Fire Mountain Gems because their jump rings suck ass. Anyways, I'm making, let's just put it this way, I am making stitch markers.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I need jump rings for it. I need resin pieces that I ordered. And they sent me my order and they ripped me off for one of my pieces, one of my sets. So
Tune that baby up, dude.
They did not send me. They said, "Can you show me picture of what you get?" For fuck's sakes, them and their stupid pictures. Whatever. I'll show her. I'll show her pictures. Not hard to take a picture of what I got. There was supposed to be 4 different things that I ordered, and these not jump rings, but these um stitch markers are made with um what are they called? French? Are they French hooks? They're French hook ear hooks. You'll see. They're super
French
pretty.
hook. Okay.
French hook, yes. And then you dangle off. I ordered all these different resin pieces that were already
Like little charms.
yes, resin charms to dangle off. And so far I got the chocolate bars, I got the little glass bottles.
Oh, cute.
Oh, they're really cute. The little cups that look like they're in a float cup with little colors of float ice cream in it with whipped cream on top.
Ooh.
They're super cute.
Ice cream floats.
Yeah, that's what they're called, ice cream floats. And then I ordered the popsicles, and they sent me everything but the popsicles. And they look like
Well,
real
bugger them,
popsicles.
huh?
Yeah. I ordered balls of yarn that are made out of resin that are little charms. Just little different things to sell at my craft fair. I'm going to make 200 of them because I'm going to sell them in packages of 2 per package.
Of 2, huh?
Yeah, you get 2 stitch markers for whatever price. I don't know yet. I'd have to
Yeah.
look and see how much they would be. But they're much easier to work with than these plastic pins that I'm using.
Yeah, because all you gotta do is pop the little back open, slide them in, and pop the back
Yep,
closed,
close
right?
it up. Yep. Now the pins that I use, those little plastic pins, you got to spread them open to get them off of your project. Where is
Yeah, it
that?
takes too much time to do that, right? Right.
Yeah, see, you open this and see how it's still closed a bit.
Yeah.
It'll snag your work. You got to break it open like this to slip it out. These ones that, and you got to have this clip because this always shows you where the front of your work is. You got to keep that there. Anywhere on the square, it doesn't matter. Just as long as it's there. Yeah.
So if you're gonna use the ear wires, I think you're gonna use, want the
Yep.
little hook on the back of it.
Yeah, you just pull it open, and then that clip
I
just
know,
goes.
but where you open it up at, it's got that little hook.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be snagging all your yarn.
Nope, it doesn't snag on anybody's yarn. I seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got a few of them big ones. They're about like, I don't know, 1.25 inch, 1.5 inch long. They're big.
Oh no, French hooks aren't big. Not usually, anyway. They're almost the size of a round stitch marker. These are the sizes I ordered. And they come in like different shapes, kind of round and kind of ovally round, something like that. So that one is done. So you could see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to do to finish this row.
And then how many more rows?
1 more.
Ooh.
And that's it. All my colors have been used up with 3 rows.
And then tie your ends together.
Yep. That's what I do right away. I don't waste any time. Like, there's no reason why you can't get a few rows done in a daytime. That's for sure. I don't pull it too tight up there. I don't want to distort that.
Imagine an orange and black one for Halloween. And
Oh, yeah. Orange, black, and purple. That purpley color.
oh, yeah, that would be sweet. And I'm doing one with like a gold and
You
silver,
kind of need
red
3
and
colors,
green for
though.
Christmas. I don't even know if they make silver and gold yarn.
Have you made a gingham one before, Jen? Or just done the corner to corner? Oops. Snagged that. Where are you, scissors? Right here. I snagged this. Darn it. Right there. So I'll just stretch it back in shape. So now it's kind of obvious what my next color will be, because
Let
I've
me
done
guess.
the green and white. Obvious. Stupid hair.
We just got green and white there.
You got to follow your pattern. This is a row of all white and the colors. So it's pink and white, white, green and white, white, pink and white, white, green and white, white, pink
Oh,
and
okay.
white, white, green and white. This last one is pretty cool. Yeah, so
I
now I
like
got to
that blue
do
color too. That dark blue.
this.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's teal. It's not even blue.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Yep, it's not even blue. It looks blue in the monitor, but believe me, it's not. It's very pretty teal color. And it's like teal blue. And the first one I showed you is a teal green. It's 2 different color teals. And they're
Yeah, I was gonna
very,
say,
very
didn't we just go through
distinct.
that teal?
No.
Oh, I'm hungry.
So I'm just pulling off some yarn to work with. And I drop it that way down. Let's move the white one out of my way. And let's join it.
Does look cozy though, don't it, Jen? Yeah.
Oh, this is very cozy. This is going to make for a nice sit at the couch if it's a cold day, covered up crocheting. And I always give that a good now the join is nice and snug. And then I just start building my new block. Whoops. I hit the green, the pink, the one below. I hit the colors below that. So now I got to push that out of the way, push it inside there, like that. And then build off of that. And then you join that to that hole. And then you chain 3. And then, which side's the smaller? This one. Then you flip it around. Just work your way up now. Back and forth. You're increasing. Right now, because you're doing 4, you're doing 4 blocks across each side. So when I finish this block, I will attach it to the side now. So I will attach it here.
She says, I haven't made the type you're doing, the join as you go, but really want to.
Oh, believe me, you're going to love making it, Jen. If you've been a crocheter See, some of these spots are really tight, so I just dig in with my crochet hook. Nope, I don't have enough strands. I'll go that way. There we go. So you can see, got two of them done here and two of them done here, and now I'm on my third one. I just made a foundation chain to work off of. And she also tells you in the video that some of these are going to look like there's big holes. She said it'll all come together when it's all done, and she's right about it. The row that you're working on looks like you're going to have big holes in your blanket, but they end up not being big holes. They just look like they're going to be big holes, but they're really not. So I'm kind of getting a little bit warm and a little bit working a little too high up, and I can't handle that. I feel like I'm crocheting in the sky, holding it up so high. So just kind of separate your thickness there and join. So I got to make one more because that's only 1, 2, 3. So I got to make a chain first, then you join it into your double crochet in the very last there, and this one here you chain 3, because now we're going to flip it, turn it around. You don't really have to flip the whole quilt, you just got to flip a small portion of the top. So this is the last one. Get out of here, fly. This is the last one on this side of the white. And then there's one more to do up here. And you build it off of this chain 3 right there. Super easy. But I really highly recommend trying out her her gingham pattern. Oops. See? Easy to miss one of your strands. But you don't want to do that. Believe me. I've already run out. So in there it goes. So now we're going to start, come on, let go. We're going to start decreasing. So the very first row that you start decreasing, you don't chain 1. You just turn your work. Oops. It's kind of snagged there. There we go. You just turn your work. And you start slip stitching now, because I don't want to build any more blocks, but I want to go back up. Like these go pretty, these make up pretty quick. Very, very quick. You don't even need your reading glasses to do this kind of crocheting. Did I get a hair in there? No. Kind of looked like it. Now I'll show you another little tip. When you get to the second row now that you're going to decrease, you're going to attach it to your top there so you can see we're done. If you don't chain one, your yarn, when you go to flip it, your yarn will be twisted right here. You will see that when you go to flip it. So if you chain one and turn it, your yarn doesn't tangle around here. And she even tells you to give you some room. I think she said to chain one for a reason. And I found it to be a good reason. So now we're on our last 3 sections. Oops. See? Easy to skip. Pull it out, start again. There, chain one. Turn it. Now I'm on my last section, so just slip stitch 4 times. Stupid thing. And chain 3. And now this is our last section, and this one's done already. Seriously, that's how fast it is. And always chain 1, pull up your yarn, and cut it off. And I always flip them around, work from the back. You could tell it's the back because your joining tail is at the back. Well, it should be. So I always run it down the double crochet over here. I just run my needle down there because you'll never see that yarn in there anyway, and just pull that down. And don't stretch it, distort it. Just leave it like that, and then weave your tail in. And don't pull this first one tight, just nice and snug, but not tight, because you'll distort up here when you're weaving. Now you can start pulling it a little tighter. Get tight. And then I do that right along this here where you built your 3 double crochets over top of this chain 3 chain here that you're working in. And I just go back and forth with these stitches here until it's so tight you can tell, because you're going back and forth splitting your yarn, and I think that's good. And pull it tight and cut it off. Now before I go, I'm going to make this one here just to show you what's different of all the rest of them on the row. So I'm going to pretend I'm going up here. So my next one is going to be a pink and a green one. The one that goes on top here has to be pink and green.
Hi, Cindy. How you been?
Yeah. Okay. That one's giving me a headache. Let me see what I've got wrapped around here. All these have to get off. my yarn. Okay. This green ball is being a little bitch. There we go. Finally got rid of that bulky end. Where are you? Okay, over there you go. So the first one you put on your row is always the different one. And your first row is different than all the rest of this too. So she teaches you that. So you're still going to join it, but you always join it on the right hand side of your block. So we're going to join it. Now you're going to chain 6. You're going to count down to the 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4th chain. You're going to wrap your yarn and you're going to go under. You want to go under 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to go in here. So you're grabbing 4 loops. And all that's underneath there is the bottom 2 pieces. And you're going to make a double crochet. Then in the next one, you're going to wrap your yarn. You're going to put another double crochet going under the 4 loops. You see I got 4 loops, 2 pink and 2 green. She said it makes it much nicer and it makes it neater. Looks better. That's what she says. And then you go really close to the work and you pick up your last stitch. So there's my chain and my 3 double crochets. Now you're going to attach it. Just find that hole, push it in. And then you're going to chain 3. And beside that, you're going to join again in here. Oops. And now you're going to chain 3. You're going to flip it. So here's your foundation because you have nothing here to attach. The only place you got to attach is this row here. So this is the easy part. So now we're going to work our way back up to the top of this chain 6 that we did. And now we're going to join with a slip stitch up here. And we're going to build another block on top of that in that chain 3 space. So we'll build 3 double crochets here. And now, because we have, you see, we have 2 sections, but we have no wall to attach this to. So you have to do chain 6 again. And you're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4th chain from hook. You're going to go in the bottom. I like that to be a little bit tighter. You're going to go into the next one in the bottom. And then your last one into the bottom. So now this is what you've got. You've got this. What you do is you flip it up like that. This one's down, and these are up. Let me show you on a white block. You flip it up because it's all like this. Flip that down like so. Now you're going to join it here. So now you just built your other side wall. And then you're going to work your way up because now we've got something to attach to here. But we don't on this side. That's why you got to do that chain 6. And then the rest of the blanket, the rest of the row, I mean, is all done exactly the same. So that's it. You have to chain 6 twice only. The rest of this, now you can build off of it. And you'll see how this forms. So I'm looking for my hole, found it, stick that in there, and slip stitch it, chain 3. And now we're at the last of it. So you go into that top of the double crochet from the previous block, and then you chain 3. You flip your work. So there is your foundation. Now what's going to happen is you're going to do your cluster, 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 and a cluster on top, and there's your 1, 2, 3, there's your 4 sections. Makes sense, all of it. This one is very different. It's what she teaches you it, and it just sticks in your head. When you go to make this, it's like, what did I do wrong? It's not working like the other blocks. It's because you didn't chain 6 and you didn't build your foundation wall or your whatever, your side wall. That's basically what you're doing, is building your side wall. This is not cooperating. I'll show you what it looks like. It's perfect. It actually, oops, it actually, this side wall here that we're building, this one here, where are we? This one here, this is your flat wall, and you'll be making your border off of all the side here, and it all stays nice and flush, and you can't screw it up. Not even Martha can. No, you can't. Well, if you're following her tutorial, it's impossible to screw it up. So now we're going to chain 3. Now, this one here, this very first block, you got to remember some things are going to be a little bit different in this very first block, because when you get to the end of your 4th section, which I have just done, I've completed 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. When you turn it, you don't have 4 slip stitches. You only have 1, 2, 3, or you only have the 2. You have to go into the stitch that you just made. You have to go into that. So you have 4 slip stitches. And it also gives you, like she says in the video, it gives you a nice crisp corner.
Yeah, it does.
If you don't slip into that first one, it's going to pull it in and it's going to be grooved there. So if you miss that slip stitch, it's going to screw your work up. So don't miss it, whatever you do. And it's easy to do. So you can see now, 4 here, 4 here. Now I just got to finish my block. And then you move your stitch marker up to this block, just so you can always show the front of your work and where you're at. I mean, it's not hard to tell where your front is because you start. If you're like me, she shows you to start from left and work your way right. I don't know if there's if you could do it from the right to the left. She does have a left-handed video for this.
So it probably goes from the left to the right if you're left-handed, or the right to the left.
Right to the left. Yeah. I honestly don't know. I'm not left-handed, so I can't even visualize it. So, because we have on our second one, we still have to do that. We still have to you have to chain 1. So our block is almost done. So now we've got our 4 spaces to slip stitch into, our 4 stitches. There's 3 stitches and a chain you got to slip stitch into. So those are my 3 stitches. You got to slip into that chain space. So you're in the chain space. And it keeps the wall nice and straight, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Keeps it nice and even all the way down. So it makes sense. And then this one here, we got one more to do. One more to do on this. Oops. The yarn is so loose that 1, 2, 3. I'm finding to buy yarn from Mary Maxim cheaper than buying from
Mary
Michael.
Maxim is a good place to buy anything crafty.
Uh-oh, what did I do wrong here? I did something. 1, 2, 3. I did something wrong here. Something is just not looking right.
It don't look right.
Nope. Don't know what I did, so I have to pull it all out till I get to that block. Aha. I know what I did. Jeez. I forgot to put 3 clusters in there. See how
Your
easy
3
it is?
double crochets.
Yes, I forgot to put the cluster in there. And
Hi,
that's
Lynn
how
Young.
Hi Lynn. That's how easy it is to skip doing it. So what I did is I went straight from here and joined it. I didn't even make it. That's what happened. I joined it and it didn't look right when I got to it. So, and you could tell, you could right away tell you messed up. Because when you get to the next row, it's like, why, where's the chain 3 space? There is none. Because you didn't make one, you dumbass.
How you been, Lynn?
Oops. And that's how easy it is to fix your mistake. So easy. Let's pull it out. It's like, yeah, this doesn't look right.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do something like that while you're live and chit-chatting and you get your brain a little scattered there and there. And
Yeah. Yeah. It's all fixed now. Now I got a place. See, now it looks right. I was like, what happened? I got to here and there was no place to join. What's going on here?
oh, still waiting for taking their time and so much pain. Oh, poor girl.
Now we got one final. Now it looks normal. Oops.
What are they gonna do to you, Lynn? Or what's the problem?
So we're going to join it. And that one is done now. See, that's the only block. After you've done the first, you've got to do the first 2 rows are a little different. They're got a lot of I think there's a lot of see, now I've got my corner block, so now you move your stitch marker, stretch it open because it just snags your yarn, and just stick it anywhere on your front, just so you know that's the front. And now we'll just weave these in, whichever. So this is my last row.
Why do you have to move the marker as long as it's just going to show it's the front?
So it's easier for you to see it. You don't have to look through your whole quilt to find where the stitch marker is.
Oh, okay.
If you move it up to the row you're on, It's just easier to identify your front.
Well, my mom had stitch markers, but I have no idea what they were, or even if I have them. My mom loved to crochet and knit. She did one of them kits of a polar bear knitted like
Oh,
winter jacket for my father years ago, and he wore it out. And I guess Helen had the gall to ask if she could make him another one. It was really a nice jacket too.
did she make him another one?
No,
Of course not.
no, no.
Was it one with a zipper in it?
Yeah, zippered and
Oh,
lined, and
wow.
it
Yeah.
was a kid I think she got off of Mary Maxim.
Yeah. They came out with some pretty cool things back then. And when you ordered a kit, you got everything with it
Yeah,
that you
yep.
needed.
We used to go to Port Huron has a Mary Maxim store, but I heard that it's not a store anymore. It's just a warehouse.
Just a depot.
Okay, back to Lynn. She broke her femur. I have a plate and screw in front of my hip to my knee. Screws all sticking
So
out, so needs to be removed.
that's the
Oh,
start of my next row. And that is my last row.
yay!
Hallelujah. Yeah, but I still have to do the whole roll. I got 10 more on that one and one, two, three, four more on this one.
Oh boy.
Four more to do. And I'll have this done. I'll be on this border and have this border finished by tomorrow. And
Yeah.
then, can you go see if my parcels are out front? Because he usually delivers the mail and then brings the parcels after. And he's done when he finishes this street. I'd like to show them my new yarn. This is pretty big, guys. It is pretty big. Look at all these stunning colors. And you know what? These are all bold colors. Every color in here is bold. There's nothing soft about any of, like, even the yellow is bold. I mean, it doesn't show it, but it's bold.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Looks like a
all of the
honeysuckle color in the camera.
yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, almost 14. This is the 14th. I have 4 blocks left to get. See, 4 left. I could get 4 blocks done in like half an hour. And then I got to finish 11 across here. So for this top row, now it goes a little bit different because this one you have to draw the colored through it. So this would be the pink and this would be the green running through it. So up here, this one now is going to have a green and white one. Then it's going to have a solid double green one that looks just like, nope, I haven't done a solid green.
No, there's nothing there.
Oh. And then it's white and green. Then it's green and pink. So you have to do the green and pink. Yeah, so the colors change with your little pattern, with your graph. And she shows you how to do this. You just go up and type in 1 centimeter graph paper. And each one of these blocks is a real centimeter. So, but she uses them as a block. She just uses them as this block. You can actually get 1 inch blocks if you wanted, 3/4, ½ inch. Probably the bigger is the better, because you don't need the whole graph. Like, I mean, I got 15 rows all the way up here because she does 13. She ends at 9. I put an additional 2 more blocks because I didn't like, to me,
It
this
was
is how
too
wide.
thin.
Well, take off the 2 blocks. I mean, it's still a fair size from her from one end to her end, but I put in the 2 extra blocks and made it that much wider. So that's what's making it more bulkier, I think, and heavier. And Tessa's laying on it right now. Tessa, come here, Tessa. Come and say hi to the people. Come and say hi to the people. Tessa, hey, baby girl. The one that likes to steal my blanket. Hmm? The one that stole my blanket. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hmm? Tessa. Look at you. Just laying there. She doesn't care.
She
She
likes
doesn't care.
She
She
likes
wants to
it.
get it. She wants to get into something. She's edging her head over. What are you doing? I know you're there, Goofy girl. Look at me, Goofy girl. Look up at the camera. Look at you, how cute you are. Tasha. Look at you, the little floppy ears. She's adorable. She's a little piss face. I call her piss face. Like she's literally just laying here.
Uh-huh. Looking all saucy.
Look how she looks like a cow. All those spots. She's got spots everywhere. And she has a tattoo. Where's her tattoo? She's got a tattoo where she was fixed now because that's what the vets do is they tattoo the dogs. Yeah, so how many of you are going to try this quilt, this blanket?
Not me.
Well, I know you're not.
One I really want to do is it's like a Indian blanket. And it's got popcorn stitches. It's really
That's
pretty.
that's called Navajo.
Yeah, I want to do one of them.
Yes,
I'd love to do one of them.
I did do. I have 2 of them. I have a red, white, and black one, and I have a pink, blue, and I forget the other color. Maybe it's pink and teal and white that I made many in 2002. I made it. I made a
Ooh.
Navajo blanket. I have it still. And what's really nice is it's one of those ones that has the fringe on it. And the fringe is your ends. You leave your ends. You leave your ends on. You leave them nice and long because they all get trimmed in. But this Navajo blanket all has a fringe all the way down
Yeah,
on both sides of it.
I'd want to do Indian colors like turquoise, white, black, and
Yeah,
I don't know, another color, maybe a
you should.
yellow.
You should.
Someday.
Yep.
That's
You
after I
should.
get the quilt as you go quilt done.
Yeah. And that'll be when?
Yeah, right.
This is very big.
Someday when I get all my dang projects done, and then go shopping for material.
Yeah. Well, Joyce, I hope you do because you will love how fast it crochets up. Did I just see where I snagged this? Yes, I found it. Oh my God, I found it. Look, I found it right there. Snagged it right up. Now, I'll show you how to fix that. Oh, I have
No,
to get the
how'd you snag it? Is that the one you did with the phone?
yes, my phone zipper snagged it. So now I remember it's on a green one and it's on the back of the quilt. So I will find that again. Just
Well,
look at.
put one of your little markers on it.
I don't have them out here. I only have the one. Actually, I'm just going to use a piece of this. Run it through
Yeah,
it
tie a
on
little
the back.
thread on it.
Yeah, because I've got the yarn is put away for it. Because I took the yarns out of my bag as I finished using them. So I'm just going to tie that on there because now I'll remember to see.
Mm-hmm.
I got to fix that because it snagged it really bad. And all you do is you take a piece of your colored matching yarn and you pick that up in the needle and you just weave it all in, and then you'll never see it. But you got to use the same color. Yeah, it is the back of the work, but still. Anyway, all right. Anyway, I thought I'd go live and just show you guys that. Hope you enjoyed it. So I'm gonna get going, and let me know. Post your colors on the Facebook group so I can see them if you do make it. And I'll see you guys maybe on the next video. Bye, everyone.
Bye.